What's up, guys? So there's a big difference between a crutch and a wingman. Now, a wingman is someone, possibly your friend. By the way, a girl wingman is usually a lot better than a guy wingman. In fact, a lot of girl wingmen are a lot better than one guy wingman. Technically, wing woman. But for those of you who don't know what a wingman or wing woman is, it's pretty much some person who typically, and not always, is trying to help you out in a bar or nightclub sort of setting on getting girls. And it doesn't always have to be a nightlife setting, but that's the typical idea. And he's usually your friend. But this video is going to be on the difference between that and a crutch. Okay, a crutch is someone that you rely on, that you can't do anything without, that you're kind of stuck on. And that's what a lot of people might use as an excuse for wingmen or wingwomen. They'll be like, oh, I need this guy. I need this guy to go out. I need this guy to talk to this girl. Otherwise, I'm screwed. And that's such a sort of bad mentality to have, because a lot of times you're not always with this guy. And sometimes it's just very unhealthy to constantly rely on someone else to sort of wipe your own butt. I'm not gonna curse. Anyhow, here's the general idea. A crutch is someone that really is based on your insecurities. You are not sure that you can succeed without this person. In fact, you're scared. And so you need this person to help you always. And a lot of times the crutch isn't a guy wingman. It's a wing girl. It's that girl who's fairly attractive, who's your friend, and you use her as your wing woman at the bar. But in reality, yeah, she's your crutch, okay? Because you are too scared to ever approach a girl, and so you kind of use her as an excuse all the time. But here's the thing, what if she's not there? I mean, there's so many reasons why maybe she can't show up that day with you. Then what happens? What if after college and you have to move to a new city for your job and you don't have that girl with you, and you realize you've never actually approached a girl or person without her first going up and doing her sort of little dance or process and then waving you over? That's going to suck. Now, before those people click away who never go to a bar or nightclub or these types of things, I mean, me, I don't think I go to them frequently at all. But I mean, this extends beyond that. I mean, it's more than just a crutch and wingman. It's about life in general. There's so many other people or things in your life, even in the daytime, that you can use as crutches, excuses, things you rely on, but truly it would be very beneficial and much healthier if you didn't rely on them. I mean, think about work, academics. Quite frankly, I had a crutch when I was in college, my freshman year. And it was really because I was pre-med, and I was taking some ridiculous classes under the pre-med track, including organic chemistry, and it was just too overwhelming for me, and I kind of used him as a crutch to sort of learn everything rather than just manning up and reading the textbook myself. And that sort of strained our relationship a bit, and maybe he slightly noticed it, and I regret it to this day. But it was a learning experience. I was new. I was a naive little kid, and quite honestly, the subject was very, very tough, and I shouldn't have used that as a way of lazying myself out. I should have put in all the effort, thrown the crutch away, and sort of studied on my own, manned up, and did all the work, instead of trying to do what I did, which was use my crutch, which was my friend at the time, and spend half the amount of time needed and just get the information from him. And it all fell to pieces because even when he tried to help me, which he didn't always do, I didn't always get all the information, and I did poorly in the class. And I learned a lot from the experience, and from then on out, I've always put in the work in the textbook myself, rather than constantly, which I still see a lot still, in my junior year of college, in the higher advanced levels for the pre-med track and just biology as a whole. I see a lot of kids still trying to sort of weasel their way out by making friends, and I say friends with quotes because they're more like just acquaintances, and sort of extracting information rather than just manning up and getting all the information from the textbook. And I know now you're shooting yourself in the foot in the long run, because once that test comes, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. No matter how much you extracted from the kid, there's so much stuff in the textbook. Those little snippet advice boxes that they place on the pages of the textbook in college, those are the little things that the teacher might test. Or maybe that little snippet on the lecture slide that you didn't bother to read or study or review or skim over because you relied completely on your friend. Well, that's the little quirky thing that might show up as extra credit or as a main question on the real test. And so I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you realize that this video extends beyond just dating advice, and it just goes into life and academics and everything in general. Beyond academics, you can use so many things as a crutch, and it will just hinder you in the long run. And so the people who end up succeeding the most in the long run, they don't really use crutches, and they know it's going to help in the short term, hurt in the long term, which is far worse. And sometimes you just have to figure it out for yourself and man up and get out there, because the people who are surpassing you, they're not going to slow down for you and sort of help you along their way and give you all their secrets sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, I just want to remind you that I'm not some sort of dating expert or guru with all these results. I'm just a guy who's very interested in all this stuff and trying to get better along with you guys. So as always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.